Shadows. We're returning to my Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode number 19. And we're going to pick up right from where we left off. We're just going to switch it over back to day because the sun's setting. And it's been a couple days, so I've got to see exactly where I'm at. If I remember right, I was getting my farm all nice and set up. Oh, very nice. Looks like I came a little far out. Alright, just need to wait a little while for all that to grow. The forest came along nicely. Oh goodness, excuse me. Pardon me, sorry about that. Oh yeah. I actually didn't expect all these trees to grow. It's the torches. Once some of them start popping up, the leaves prevent enough light from hitting the other trees in order to grow. But if you place torches like I did, it provides enough overall light that they'll still pop up. Never underestimate the value of torches, especially when you're growing stuff. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get a couple axes going. And now I'll get as much wood as I can as quickly as I can and start some charcoal cooking. Gonna want to grab some soon and test my theory to see if I'm right or not. It's been too long. I do not actually remember if I can sell charcoal to a villager as just like it was coal. I know that the game distinguishes the difference between them. I don't know if the villagers do. It'll be a problem if they do, but I can work around it. As long as I keep enough charcoal on hand, I won't have to use the coal I mine up, so I mean... But this would be more convenient. None of the leaves will start to fall until I can get most of these trees down, because as long as there's one piece of wood attached, and I think it has a pretty good sized distance, the leaves won't actually start to disappear. So I'm going to have to knock it down a lot of these before I reclaim any more saplings. And I'm wrong, because I can already see some leaves disappearing. Wonder what the distance is. Like I said before, it has been a while. Now the other thing you have to be careful of when you plant trees this close, I'm not that worried about it right now because I have a lot of saplings, but because the trees are so close, not as many leaves spawned as would normally, and because of that, I won't get as many saplings back. I should still do better than breaking even. I should still get a few extra, so it doesn't really matter that much to me, especially with as many saplings as I already had. But if you don't have many, then you'll want to definitely space them out a little bit more so you can get the maximum amount of leaves and the maximum amount of saplings. And when you reach that one particular point and you've got way too many, and you've got like a chest full of a few stacks or something like that, do remember, and I think I've mentioned this before, that saplings burn, and it's a great use for the extras. If only seeds burned. Now that would be cool. I always end up with way too many seeds. But they still make really good feed for the chickens. That was at least one good use for them. want to spend too terribly long doing this, but I do want to go ahead and get some so I can find out if I'm right or wrong about this whole selling charcoal thing. 'Cause like I said, if I'm wrong, it's going to put a real damper in my plans. I don't think I am, though. I know I used to not be wrong. It's been a while since I've played. They very well may not allow you to do it anymore. They may have considered it too OP. Hard to say. I've made some adjustments to my overall settings. I'm really hoping that the game still looks alright, but I've had to lower from 1080 to 720 in order to get rid of those stupid audio skips that were driving me nuts. And I'm only recording 30 frames a second. I don't really like doing it this way, but I think my graphics card's too old is what it is. I'm actually going to buy a new one soon, and hopefully when I do I can pump everything back up to 1080 and 60 frames a second and all that. But you know, if the quality is still on par or decent enough, I might not do that, because it causes the upload time to be such a pain when you get to settings that high. Let's see, how much lumber do I have? Oh, I got a nice amount. Got more than enough. Okay, I'm gonna do this row and then I'm gonna stop and head back over there and go ahead and start those furnaces burning. Gather up the saplings that have already fallen. Never waste materials in this game. Even the ones that are plentiful, because you never know when you'll need a couple extra and then you'll be kicking yourself for getting rid of them when you had them. I'm an idiot. I just realized what I did. Oh my god. Alright, I think I have enough to fix it real quick. Jeez. Can't believe I did that without thinking. God, I'm lucky I don't have that many people watching yet. They'd be screaming at me. That is just stupid. Let's go ahead and move this then, since that seems to be the thing. Alright, we'll just set it right here. I still can't believe I did that. That's alright though, at least I didn't get burned for it. Luckily I've been switching to the nights and not letting it linger. When you place something next to a fence, you give a perfect jumping point for something to get in or out of your fenced-in area. And just in case you weren't already aware, I'm going to double check because I've been doing some stuff in some other settings. Yeah, this game's in hard mode, which means that 1, zombies can break down doors, and 2, zombies absolutely love villagers, and they will go after them like there's no tomorrow. So you really don't want to leave that kind of entrance into your area. I still can't believe I did that. Oh well. At least I didn't get burned for it. All it takes is like 1 zombie. That's all it takes. Because they get in, they kill 1 villager, that villager becomes a zombie, then there's 2, then there's 2 of them in there. 2, kill 2 more, then you've got 4. It takes no time for them to wipe out a village, especially when they can break doors. Gather up all the saplings. Alright. It's actually going to take a little while for that wood to finish burning. What's happening? I'll try to gather enough to get another 64 going. use just enough coal to keep it burning, and then see if any of those villagers will accept charcoal as a payment for emeralds. Didn't actually plan on spending a full day harvesting lumber, but you know, things change. And it is getting late, so I do need to go ahead and run back downstairs. Quit putting so much emphasis on your S's. That drives me nuts. Sorry. Let's see. Get down here, get the day switched over. Unfortunately, I'm probably only going to be able to record one video tonight. It took me forever to get these video bugs worked out. Hopefully I have. It's part of the reason I wanted to go ahead and do at least one tonight, was so I could look at it and test it and make sure that it actually fixed my problem. Golem's gonna be a problem later. What was he hitting? Oh, that's what it was, hitting. Okay. Forgot I had one on this side. Like I said, this is why I love the birchwood. It's just so easy to harvest. Usually doesn't grow tall enough to where you need the extra block. It does not branch out. It's perfect when you want to gather something en masse. I always like to gather my supplies en masse because I like to do large structures. And I actually can't wait to get started on that. I'll go ahead and kill these guys. I'm gonna need the ink. I still remember the first time I saw one of those things. I was sure it was gonna kill me. For making something so big and intimidating looking, you would have thought they would have made it somewhat vicious. I feel like they kind of missed an opportunity there. Alright, let's go ahead and replant. Alright. That's the great thing about the torches, and not only do they provide light to the trees, but they also give you a great grid to so you know exactly where you're putting them. I'm big into building everything in patterns. I think it works best that way. Well, don't lie. It's the only way you know how to build. That's true. I've known some people, they can just build these impressive organic structures on the fly, and they are like really good at it. But me, I have to make sure everything fits within a nice, neat little pattern. It is my weakness. Well, that and people who like to tear up my patterns. Because because then I have to fix it. You know, the griefers who come in and... Well, how's that line from Batman go? Some people just want to watch the world burn. Most of those people play Minecraft. Alright, that was almost enough to go all the way down. I'm surprised at that one. Okay. Now, time for the moment of truth. Will the charcoal work? It better. Oh, still burning. Would have thought it would have been done by now. Okay. I'll need that for the next batch. Well, actually, I still got plenty burning, so yeah, I'll go ahead and use all of it and see what happens. If it works, then that'll definitely increase my source of emeralds. Just gotta find a few of them. Here we go. Who you're after are the smiths, and they're the ones with the black apron on. Cole, will you accept this, sir? No, you will not. That is very disappointing, sir. Hey, he buys pumpkins. Cool. Never seen one buy pumpkins before. Don't actually have any melons to sell. Eventually I've got to try to find some of those. String, which is useless to me. I may end up killing that one. Whoa, what? Oh, just a piece of sand. I was gonna say, what on earth is in there white? You know, some of those might actually come in handy, because arrows are somewhat easy to make and somewhat hard to make. The wool is... not wool. Think about what you're saying. The feathers are easy to get. The other one's not, though. The flint. It's usually a little trickier. That is so disappointing. Alright. No use beating a dead horse over it, I guess. Alright. Still have plenty of farmers and plenty of farmland to work with. Let's go ahead and put up the axes for now, the eggs. And I need more shovels. And I still got some daylight left. I mean, as long as I keep enough charcoal around, I can use all the coal I dig up, and I mean, coal is pretty abundant. So it's not the end of the world, but it's still a nuisance. I wonder if at any level they buy charcoal. Kinda silly if they don't. I mean, it's the exact same thing. The only thing is you can't turn it into a charcoal block. I'll have to do some Google searches after I get done just to see if there's anything I can do with them. I might not have a lot of use for a tree farm, because I mean, with the exception of building and making torches, I mean, right now I have to use it to fire my furnaces, but it's not my preferred method, so I mean, it's too inefficient. A bucket of lava lasts a lot longer. You know, if I remember correctly, one piece of coal will do 8 blocks and one bucket of lava will do 100 blocks, so I mean, it's a much better form of fuel. While, mind you, it's a non-renewable source of fuel, it doesn't serve any other practical use, so I mean, and once you go to the Nether, it's so abundant. Scratch that. It also does do obsidian, not knocking that, but the fact is I don't build with that either, so I'll need a very small amount of obsidian overall. Here comes the night. So let's get back. Let's see, what all can I put up? Really am starting to run out of room, unfortunately. I really need to work on a more permanent base, but it's going to be underground, and most likely not this top level of underground either, so I mean, I could make a temporary one, but then I'd just have to go through the trouble of breaking it later. I like to do multiple stages of underground. That's my favorite. And while I probably will eventually have a base up top in this area, it's too small and confined right now. I've already spotted a couple of villagers I'm gonna kill off as soon as I get the chance. They, one of them sells helmets. I don't really care that much about armor. Another one, well, see, they're only selling iron right now, which I don't know if diamond is something that you have to unlock by doing multiple trades with them, which I know is the way it used to work, or how all that's going to go, but a few of them have some really good stuff, so I'll be trading with them quite a bit at the beginning, which will give me a good idea of what to look for at higher trading levels. Do need to go ahead and make some more torches. I put all the charcoal in. That's fine. Not like I needed them this second. I think I am going to go ahead and start using some of these houses for general storage. Just the blocks that I know I'm going to end up with a ton of, like the dirt blocks, cobblestone blocks, things like that. I'll probably end up with a ton of those red and the other silvery block. So what I'll probably do is pick one of those houses, and the doors facing outwards, I will put one of those kind of blocks over it or next to it or something to mark the house, and then put a couple of chests in there, and then that'll be my storage place for overabundances of that kind of block. Actually, I think I'll go ahead and do that now, because I really am starting to run out of space. Okay. So let's go out ahead. That should give me a full stack if I'm thinking right. Yeah. We'll do that. Full stack as 8 chests. Let's go ahead and do another. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Go ahead and do 32. Get a bunch of chests. There we go. Alright. Now, pull all the dirt down. Put everything else up. Pull all the dirt down. Move everything else up. There we go. What I'll do is I'll put a block on each side. Go in. Interesting little bit of trivia. Light goes through a chest just like it does a piece of glass, so it does not count as a solid object, or at least it used to not. I don't know if that's still the case. Guess I'll find out. Alright, go ahead and grab all the cobble I've got, as well as all the dorite and the granite. Granite. Dorite, granite. Don't know why I said granite. Now, if I remember correctly, I do not have a chest down here. I don't think I actually placed one. I placed a bed, I didn't place a chest. Good. But I want one down there. Not yet, anyway. Do want to go ahead and get this one over here emptied out, though. Don't intend to come back over here. Well, once I get everything moved away, I mean. Alright. Didn't quite have escape velocity. This one is cobble. Oh, lay off the doors. Get the rest of the dirt moved up. Hey, out the door. There it goes. Alright. Alright. These are a little bit more rare. I'm not gonna bother giving them as many chests as I did the other one. I'll still end up with a ton, but not as quickly. There we go. Put the gravel up. Oh. Those are kind of hard to tell the difference on. lot of stuff. Gonna have to work on sorting it out, I guess. Let's go ahead and place this one right here for the moment. Guess I'll have to pick one of these to just put like natural stuff in, like all the flowers I'm accumulating. You really don't want to get rid of those either, because what those turn into is you use them to create dyes, and you know, it comes in handy, but a lot of times once you decide you need them, you need a whole bunch. So unless you've been saving ever since you first started collecting them, most of the time you won't have enough for whatever you want them for. Now this is about the time I should be ending the episode, but I'm going to let it run a little longer to try to get the rest of these chests moved down here and put up. Okay, here's my dirt door. Hey! Get out! Stupid cat. Cat just walked in my house. That's what I get for leaving the door open. Surprised he even did that. He knows he's not allowed in here. Not my cat, for the record. Stone down. Left the dirt down. Get that placed. Not quite late enough yet. And my food is really low. Gonna have to go ahead and do something about that, I suppose. Because I run so much, you burn twice as much calories in this game. Well, not calories. You use twice as much food in this game when you run, so it saves you a lot if you don't. But I'm impatient, so I run everywhere. Oh, no? Oh, wrong side. Hey!